Good morning, good morning, good morning. Look at me. I am smiling. I'm looking. You never know what's going to happen when I pop into the group, especially like when Zoom, that like transition. So you never know. Good morning, good morning. I hope that you are doing well this morning, enjoying your favorite cup of coffee, y'all. I just warmed up this cup. Maybe it's tea that you drink first thing in the morning, or depending on when you are watching this video, maybe you've already transitioned over to water. I hope that you are doing well today. So, to be honest, I had a whole week's worth of content topics planned. So, we talked about yesterday, and then something happened, and that has disrupted my week. So, the topic I felt was so appropriate. And I hate those. Maybe you need this today. But here is a reminder. And the thing that I want to talk about is Parkinson's Law. And what Parkinson's law states is that work expands to fill the time given to complete it. So, why do those countdown timers work so well? Why do deadlines like Christmas and Thanksgiving dinner, like, why do those deadlines work so well? It pushes us to a finish line because otherwise, given the human in us, we will continue to take more and more and more time. One of the things that when folks come into our group and they purchase some of the initial products is that they will say this: if I had more time, I could be more successful. But I want to kind of flip that on its ear. It's not having more time, because if we did have more time, we're going to fill it. Last night, when I realized that my whole week would change and the schedule would change, there were some things that I got to be honest, I was procrastinating on. But all of a sudden, I was able to get a tremendous, almost like a week's work done in a very short, compressed period of time. Okay. And so it's not that we need more time in order to be successful, because the more time given, that work expands. It's that number one, we need to be very focused with our time and attention. I know for me, I'm very A type. When it gets to the end of the day and I don't, I haven't used my time wisely, then I get angry with myself, right? And so I want to give you really three ways to help simplify. And that's really what we're talking about. And we're simplifying in terms of life, and we're simplifying in terms of business, because it's really a connection between the two, right? And so here is how I do that, and how I was able to get a week's worth of stuff done in just hours last night in the time that I gave myself. Number one is I literally, like, what are the three things that need to be done today? Now, there's a little planning that's involved with that, my 10-minute rule, but what are those three things that I need to accomplish? Why three? Because 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it becomes that overwhelming to-do list, right? And so three is manageable, but here's the thing. Several years ago, I had my daily three, and I was out walking the dogs, and I had a migraine that day, and I was out walking, and I asked myself, what would happen if this just didn't get done today? The world wouldn't end, things wouldn't, bad things wouldn't happen, which almost kind of gave myself permission to say, I don't need to do that today. I will push it to tomorrow. So I think we start with three, but also, just like with any evaluation that I share is so important, is that you're the boss. You make the rules, and it could be two, or if the only thing that you can do today is one thing, do that one thing. So to simplify, we're just doing three things. I've already kind of pulled in my 10 minutes, 10 minutes a day. Why do I say 10 minutes? The reason I say 10 minutes, I'm going to tell another, I've got lots of stories today. I'm going to share with you when I started really kind of taking my health really seriously. Um, I love the Peloton, and I've done 10-minute bike rides. But the thing that was amazing to me is there is an instructor, Tunde Owine, and it's called Tunde Arms. She has the most beautiful sculpted arms. And her exercise is just 10 minutes. And it's 10 minutes of low weight, high reps. And the transformation done consistently, which is kind of like my next thing, done consistently, you will see that transformation. And I saw that. And I think that 10 minutes allows us time to focus our attention and get the work done. It's almost a game. Because if we get too far into something, then we get in the minutia of things, and then we start to get distracted, and then we become overwhelmed. And then 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour later, I know you've seen the memes, like, I don't even know what I was supposed to be doing here, right? 10 minutes. Just start with 10 minutes. When Sibby was a puppy, I expanded it to 25 because she needed every 25 minutes to go outside before she had a mistake in the house, or an accident, I should say, in the house. Start with 10 minutes. So 3 things, 10 minutes. And here is just, let's cinch it up with a bow here, is to have a physical accountability tool. And here's what I mean by that is you've got 3 things that you're doing. You should be able to see those. And it is as simple, friends, as a sticky note at your bedside, in your bathroom, in your kitchen. Like, where are you looking first thing? They're written down. It could be, if you're a digital girl, it could be on your tablet. But the physical accountability is when that thing is done, we mark it off the list. So you could do this with a digital tablet, or you could do it with a sticky note and a good Sharpie and mark that off. Just like what we say with the morning routine, marking things off the list that you know that you are going to be successful in doing, that dopamine hit encourages you to do the next thing and do the next thing and do the next thing. Okay. So the idea, if I had more time, I would be more successful, really goes against Parkinson's law, which we all know to be true. We prove this, like we're our own mad scientists. We prove this every single day. Work expands to fill the amount of time that you have to complete it, right? So then how can we combat that? How can we be more successful in life and in business? And that is to simplify. We reduce decision fatigue by only focusing on 3 things a day. You are the boss, you make the rules. If 3's too much, maybe it's 2, maybe it's 1. Maybe we just wreck the list for the day, if that's what is called for. The focus, the time, and the attention, 10 minutes. 10 minutes is so powerful. I feel like I need to write a book. I'm not one of those that says, I want to write a book. I don't want to write a book, but I feel like I need to write a book about the power of 10 minutes because you can get a lot done. I think in a day and age of distractions and of social media, and that's why videos are the way they are. So they will keep our attention. That's scary. So 10-minute focus. And then how do we make sure we actually get the work done, tied up with a bow, is the physical accountability. It's that written list. And you know you've done it. I've done it too. We've put things on a list we've already done just so we can check it off. So all of the things that I've talked about in today's Go Girl Chat episode, you can do. You can pick one and do that one today. You probably said that to yourself. You have probably done one of the things already. So that's what Go Girl Chat is all about. It's about setting you up for success. And it's almost like a recenter. Life kind of went chaotic for the rest of the week for me. And because of that, Parkinson's law kicked in last night. And I was able to get things done very, very quickly, wrap up for the week, which was very unexpected. And now I can shut the computer literally after this episode and go do what it is that I need to go do. And so I challenge you, simplify 3 things, 10 minutes, and physical accountability. For more tools and resources of what we've talked about in today's episode, you can go to our fancy, that needs to be a whole episode, our fancy website, gogirlchat.com. I will also put it in the description. I hope you guys have an amazing day. We will be right back here next week. Take care. We'll talk soon.